Okay, let's see if this can get you started. While I'm editing the other video, it shouldn't take too much longer. The slowest part of it, I think, is trying to get it exported after editing. That's taken forever. Okay, so the question you were talking about was you had two files that had the same name. Okay, so in Workshop Framework, over here in Archives, I've got like an Archives tab. We can see the um, plugins, and let's do this. Let's do this, and then let's take a look at that. Okay, so we can see the plugins, and we can see the archive, the Bethesda Resource Archive that's associated with Workshop Framework. So if we go in and take a look at this, and we look at the files that's in it, you can see I believe this is the file. This is the one that I think they were talking about is critical. This is inside this archive. Sometimes other mods will have a workshop script, especially if they modify the workshop. They will have their own workshop script in their mod. So if it gets installed below, further on down the load order, like let's say this particular mod here actually has a BA2 that has Workshop Framework in it, the Workshop script PEX in it, then this, like let's say this one doesn't have it, but just hypothetically, this will actually override that one. So when the game is looking through the BA2s, or they're looking through the ESPs, it'll say, okay, I've got an ESP for Workshop Framework. What files does he have? And it kind of makes note of that. Then it goes down through the next set of plugins. Oop, okay, I've got another plugin that has the same file name inside of its BA2 that Workshop Framework has. So we're going to use that one instead. And that's how mods work, because the most recent, or the one below the other, overrides the second one, overrides the first, and then the third will override the second and the first. So whichever comes last has precedence. But in the case of a loose file, that's not the case, because it doesn't matter what's in BA2s. If the file is installed in your game folder as a loose file, it will always have precedence. So I think what he did was he set it up so that people that, the easiest thing to do is if you have a mod that a lot of people are using and they're like, okay, this is not working. Something's not working in this mod. And he's like, okay, did Workshop Framework script, this particular script here, this PEX, get overwritten? They're going to say, well, I don't know. I don't have any idea. Because they may be using Vortex, Mod Organizer 2. They may have done it by hand, manually. I use my own thing here. So they may not know how to look. So you would have a whole explanation of, okay, how do I check this? So he simply provided this particular file, more than likely by itself, as a loose file. So if it's not working right, try downloading this particular mod or this single loose file, install it, and then therefore it will override them all. So I believe that's the file that you listed, or I believe that's the file that you were referring to, and I think it's the same. So it's the same file out of Workshop Framework, and that should be okay. That shouldn't be the problem. Do you know what specific? Did you say it was crashing? I'll go back and take a look at the message. But did you say that the actual game was crashing, and that's why you were looking into Fallout 4 to maybe try to help figure out what was causing the crash? If you have Buffout 4, you can upload your Buffout 4 log, or if you don't want to do it that way, you can link me. You can actually put it to like a Google Drive, and you can link me to that Google Drive and just let me know it's there, or I need the link, and then I can take a look at it, because I know some people don't like people to see what's in their load order. I'm okay either way. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, I don't really look at it that way. So don't ever worry about anything like that. but if you need the help, I'm absolutely here to help. So just let me know in that regard. Okay, so that's pretty much that in the BA2s and how that works. So if both those files are the same, you should be okay. I would actually, it's that, the loose file is kind of like a safeguard. So if that file is the same, that's not the problem. That wouldn't be the problem. However, if the files are different, have different timestamps and things like that, different sizes, they're more than likely different compiled script files, and that would more than likely cause a problem with Workshop Framework. Even if it was the same, even if KingGat did both of them, there may be functionality. There may be different functionality. So there may be different functions or different code in that script. That could be what part of that problem is. Um, so if you have, let's see here. So if you have any more, like anything like that, just toss it by me, and I will be more than happy to see what I can do to help. So just let me know how it goes, and I hope you can maybe resolve some of these crashes, because I know how frustrating it is. It's very frustrating to because it seems like it seems like everybody can, not everybody, but some people can kind of throw things in their modded game, and it's like, oh, there's no problem with it, and not everybody shares how they do it, um, and that's not really fair. So don't let that kind of stuff get you down. But it is frustrating, especially if it keeps crashing over and over and over and over again. Um, and it's hard to know what works and what doesn't. And I can probably help you with that. Let me give me some time here to throw some stuff together. I work on weekends, so that's usually why my weekends are tied up, because I usually have 12-hour days. But that gives me most of the week off, which is I spend time doing game testing and coding and things like that. Uh, and my work week is getting ready to start, which is tomorrow. So and then Monday will be the last day. So it's 3 days with 4 days off, and it's great. But so I won't be able to do too much tonight, but I will do this for you, and to be glad to. So just let me know what you have, if it helps, or anything you have any questions about. Just hit me up about, and I'm always here. So good luck, and just let me know how it goes.